My name's Alejandro Castaño, and I'm a drummer and educator in Denver. So my dad was born in Cuba, and he came to the United States, but he was a trumpet player, and so always in the house there was a lot of music to be had. I remember like as a kid, he had like a zip case of all these cassette tapes, and a lot of them were like New York salsa music and all kinds of great music in there. So I remember going through all that stuff. And then I was fortunate to start music at a young age. My parents were super supportive of that. My dad and my brother were trumpet players, so I think they tried to recruit me in that way, but I had some sort of calling, I think, for the drums. Afro-Cuban, Afro-Caribbean, this music really stems from African music. And it comes from this rhythmic drumming tradition. The music is so complex, and everyone is dancing, they're clapping the clave and singing all the lyrics, and there's so much syncopation, but it's just in it's in the music and in the culture. I don't know, there's so much joy in the music when you listen to it. That's something I really gravitate towards. And then also it's just an incredibly rhythmic music. I mean, it's made, even the most complex stuff that we listen to is made for dancing still. And I think in jazz as well, that they use this music to get through, the hardships of their lives. And throughout all of that, it's so, like I've said, so joyous, and it just brings so much like happiness, even though it comes out of such difficulties. Colorado has such a rich music scene, and there's so many incredible mentors. There's an incredible organization in Denver called the Colorado Conservatory for the Jazz Arts, and specifically Paul Romaine. But I always had just kind of like a connection to Latin jazz and Afro-Cuban jazz. And so as I get older and the more I learn about this music, the deeper I've gotten into the music and really have studied it. I don't know, there's so much joy in the music when you listen to it. Both my parents are immigrants, and they came from hard places to come for, very grateful to have grown up here and had the opportunities that I've had. And so kind of connecting with that music and my culture is kind of like remembering where I come from and not taking the things that I have for granted. I got the call, saying that there's a opening up at University of Colorado in Boulder to do a graduate assistantship. And so I started that in 2021. And throughout that time, I really was able to focus on Afro-Cuban music. And what role did the drum set play? So they kept me on after my master's to help direct the ensemble. So I teach percussion and help the ensemble. So I've been doing that for 2 years. I also teach that organization, Colorado Conservatory for the Jazz Arts. Also with the gift of jazz, I run the Jazz for the Schools program. And then we put on like about an hour jazz history / performance / there's a dance component. And so it's hard to see that the funding is so little now for the arts in general. There are, especially in Denver and Colorado, there are a lot of people trying to supplement what is not in the public school systems. Yeah, I'm super grateful and fortunate to play with this group. They're all incredible musicians and some of my best friends. Jonathan Powell, the trumpet player, he toured with Eddie Palmieri for 10 years. He just came out with a record called Mambo Jazz Party. And then Gonzalo Tepa, an amazing bass player from Venezuela as well. Victor Mestes also is an incredible piano player from Venezuela. Leo Corona, the percussionist, he toured with Willie Colon for a long time, and he's been around the world playing. And it's amazing that in Colorado, there's incredible musicians that are playing this music at a super high level. And then this band they're all playing this music very authentically, and I want to do my best to be in that world and be able to bring that music forth.